folks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Today is July 14th, 2021. My name is Bojan Petreski. Go by Bo. Easy to say to remember. We'll be doing the 3D market commentary today on this wonderful Wednesday morning for me. If you haven't already, please follow this link right here, www.tradewithufos.com/Bojan, to gain access and sign up for the free membership that will get you this 3D market commentary into your inbox Monday through Friday for the whole year. My colleague Becky and I get these sent out and delivered and on YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, and Facebook as of right now. All right, without much further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This is what the newsletter looks like here on the left. We are calling it a 3D market approach because we are looking at three dimensions of the market. We're looking at the market climate, buy and sell UFOs, and market volatility. Now, what do they give us? We're looking at the market direction, right? Are we looking for long or short opportunities? We're looking for unfilled orders, right? The proprietary software that gives us the potential turning points, entries and exits that we use them for. And then, of course, the market volatility. What is the speed of movement that we're anticipating in this market so we can adjust our risk and rewards properly. The first of the markets that we always look at is the S&P 500. The S&P's market climate is up. It is confirmed, and it's the 16th day out of typically 9. So it's definitely getting a little bit overextended. As we're seeing, we saw a little bit of a pause here, but now we're looking at a overall green start pre-market on futures. 42.48.25 to 42.05.75 is this first UFO over here. Based on the volatility, we've had a bit of an uptick since yesterday, 16.84%. Daily expected move of 46.28. Let's see, we've had the low of 43.50, the high of 43.75, so not yet. So we still have the whole day ahead of us to achieve that daily expected move. So nothing out of the ordinary. As I'm sure you've noticed, we're still pushing up against those all-time highs on the S&P. Overall enthusiasm in the finance and government sector about the recovery post-COVID, so that's kind of pushing things up higher and higher. How long it will last, when will it stop? We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it live and happen, in front of us here. So stay tuned. Now, if you're looking for education, if you're looking for to find out more about future stocks or forex, you can certainly sign up for our courses. We do offer them here. We do have a couple of courses coming up, which will be options and crypto. Those are still in the works. And then, of course, we have backtesting, trading plans, and psychology, which I believe are of absolute highest quality in our arsenal here. Don't get me wrong, the future stocks and forex classes are also phenomenal, and we have them in self-paced availability. But I feel like the backtesting, trading plans, and psychology, every single one of you out there should definitely take a look at those. They really do make a huge difference. And then, of course, they do come with a 3-month complimentary access to AutoUFOs and AutoClimate. So that in itself is worth it. Looking at crude oil next. So crude oil is still an up climate. It is confirmed. It's the third day out of typically 7. Of course, crude oil had that extended move up for about a month or so. Then we had that pullback a few days ago, and now it looks like we're testing that high again around that 75 range. Buy UFO is down below 68.87, 65.25. And as far as the climate, as I said, it's the third day out of typically 7 after the reset that happened there. As you see, we went from unconfirmed to a confirmed down to an unconfirmed again. Based on the OVX, we're looking at 35.4% volatility on crude oil. Daily expected move of $1.66, I believe, might have already been achieved. We have the low of 74.08, the high of 75.34, so not quite yet. not quite, about another 30 cents or so. Excuse me. Now, if you do need AutoUFOs, we do have them available. This is the proprietary software that we're utilizing. They're these potential turning points that are shown on the chart here, the flying saucers, not mistakenly named UFOs, standing really for unfilled orders. We do have them available for TradingView, TradeStation, and MetaTrader 5. This is the newest edition. You can click this link to subscribe, and we do have monthly or yearly memberships available, so whichever one suits you better. Obviously, the yearly membership offering a discount in itself, so definitely check it out. Looking at gold next. So gold, as we saw even yesterday, it was trying to kind of pop into this red UFO that's in right now. Obviously a lot of unfilled orders here. Now this is a pretty wide UFO, mainly because of this giant wick that we had on the 16th of June, right? We opened up there, went all the way down to these 1800s, and then closed above here at 1866 or something like that. Let me see, what we closed? 1861.4, only to open, way down here in the 1812s again. So, it's just a matter of the software detecting what happened, and obviously there was a gap there, gap down. The current climate is up, and I guess as of the time of the issuance of this 3D market commentary, it was not confirmed, but as of now, as you see, it actually is confirmed. It's a thick blue dot. So it is a confirmed up climate that's currently in a UFO. So the climate typically will overcome UFOs, even though these are daily time frame UFOs, as you see up here. The highest concentration of these orders is where that gap, started. So this gap is, not closed yet. Therefore, this UFO up here is still valid and has not changed colors, mainly because price hasn't quite gotten up there yet. All right, the sell UFO is the one from 1804 to 1866. The buy UFO down below 1652.8 to 1624.4, based on GVZ, 14.84%. Volatility, daily move, $16, which has definitely been done, I believe. So the low is 1804, the high is 1830. So yeah, has been achieved already. Now, something that I always like to do, at least with gold, is, I'm sure you've seen me do before, right? So we had pretty steep drops down. We finally found some buyers there, retested that area. It did hold. Then we, still popped up higher, and the lows kept holding up until this area right over here. We had a retest, held, tried to go break up to the high side again, did not happen. We closed below, right, broke a low here. Then we had that extreme volatility right there, which, obviously, we can draw arrows, we can draw breaks, everything like that. But, it started from these 1860s, went all the way down to the 17, I think 60 something. I forget what it was. Right, $100 move in 2 days is extremely volatile, even for gold. Right, something, that's out of the ordinary. Of course, we had a pullback from there, tested that low, held, and now we're moving on higher. So that's where we are with gold, kind of just doing a little bit of a price action, just figuring out where we are on gold. Alrighty, now if you do need some coaching or you do need some support, I just realized I did not have YouTube open here, so if you guys have said anything, I did not see it in the chat. Let me just double check that there's nothing that I missed. Alright, looks like we're good. Okay, perfect. Alright, so if you do need some coaching and support, we do offer it here. And, apart from the daily live trading sessions, which are compatible with most time zones, you can sign up for all asset advanced coaching, which some of it does include one-on-one sessions with any of the instructors here. We do have monthly, yearly, or all-inclusive memberships, so definitely check it out. Use this link right there. All right, moving on to the dollar. How is our dear friend the dollar doing? So we do have an up climate. As you see, it actually reconfirmed itself today. We did have an up climate. Actually, we did have an unconfirmed climate for the past couple of days. It reconfirmed itself today. This is the first day it has reconfirmed itself. We're looking at the first day out of typically 5. 93005 is the sell UFO that it. Oh, did it touch actually? Let's see. The high was 92,835, so it came within, a few ticks of touching that UFO up above right there. Now it is heading towards a UFO 92,420 through 92,075 on this daily time frame. So it's currently in between these two. The climate is confirmed though. So if you were to be taking kind of like longer term swings, a potential entry would actually be right there at this 92.24 area with 42 area with the stop right below. Of course, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying based on how we currently analyze things, if you were to do a longer term swing, this would qualify as one. Okay. I just realized you're probably hearing me twice, so I'll make sure that it's stopped. Based on EVZ, we're looking at 534, 0.31 cents for the day. That's already been done. The dollar, oops, sorry about that. The dollar, we have, done some similar analysis before. It was tumbling down pretty hard, right? It was tumbling down pretty hard, kind of retested an area, kept going down. And then this area right here was just basically some consolidation. We had a pop, came down, tested it, that held right there. And then since then we have not looked back essentially. Right? So right now we're just, kind of in this area right here around this 92 area. Obviously a concentration of UFOs up above, plus the fact that this is a high up here. It's going to take a little bit more buyers to push through this area if possible. If not, we may kind of retest some of these lower areas and kind of consolidate before we realize, where we're going, and so on and so forth. So, looking at the next market ahead of us, but before we do, if you don't want to read this or you don't have the time to read this overview in your inbox, you can certainly follow it here on YouTube. My colleague Becky and I do these every day, Monday through Friday, on YouTube, as I said, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitch as of right now. And there's, I think, a couple more coming up, and then Facebook as well. All right, last but definitely not least, Bitcoin. It is in a down climate. It is confirmed. It's the 4th day out of to be determined, mainly because we're still gathering data on it. Based on BVIN, it's 87.73%, which is actually somewhat lower than what we're used to seeing on Bitcoin. We're usually seeing triple digits on the volatility, which again, that's just how the nature of this beast is. 1757 daily expected move. It is currently kind of testing these lows down here. So we're going to see where Bitcoin will head out to. Is it going to hold? Is it waiting for some news to just make a big pop or make a big drop? But as of right now, this is kind of getting a little consolidated. Maybe we're going to see what's going to happen next. So sell UFO up above here at 37,460 to 39,295. The buy UFO is down below, which was almost hit, but not quite. 27,785 to 22,910. And that's that for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, as I've similarly hinted before, it did get halved from the 65,000 area down to here in a matter of I would say a month, between end of April and middle of May. Has since then just kind of been holding around this 30,000 area, 32, 37. It tried to pop up into the 40s up there, did not quite make it, and then has since then just been popping down and kind of staying a little bit flat. We're going to see what's going to happen next. All right, now if you are interested in signing up for any one of our courses, you can self-schedule a clarification call using this link here. We can discuss courses, apps, coaching, memberships, etc. We're running a little bit late, so there's a few sets of news coming out this week. We're pulling these from fxstreet.com/economic calendar, so you can check them out for yourself. A couple important ones are Friday, retail sales, Michigan consumer sentiment. And then again, Powell is speaking again today and tomorrow, I believe. Yeah. All right, folks, thank you very much for joining me on this wonderful Wednesday morning for me. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day as well. Take care. Bye-bye.